Now, for the evening, this will be the last Queen of the Ring. That was the final men's King of the Ring match before round 2. Rounds 2 will be handled on Wednesday night. It'll be completed Wednesday night and finished and settled at the King of the Ring. This is the final match with the TSW Cruiserweight title also on the line. So whoever wins this advances on in the match and either retains or becomes the new Cruiserweight champion. Yeah, MiMi's won the title, and we haven't got to see a lot of her since she won the title because of this tournament. And we tried to see a little bit more a couple of shows ago, but had to move some things around because of titles and because of the tournament to make everything match up the way it's supposed to match up. So now Miss Frost gets her first shot at the TSW Cruiserweight title. And I don't know if you missed MiMi's new hairdo, but her new mohawk in full effect. You're going to see it right now. And in our new Monday night, TSW Monday Night Arena. Love it.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, champion versus champion, but that's because... yeah, I do too, and MiMi's the one who picked that one out. But Miss Frost, if you remember back in her debut, won the Survival title. It's a special title. So you can hold an individual title and a special title and a tag team title. But you can't hold two singles titles. You know what I mean? You can't hold two special titles. You can't hold two tag team titles. You can hold one. Scary group of ladies, though. They call themselves the Empire of Pain. Dragunov, what is going on, brother? And Dragunov, I'm going to tell you what. Dragunov, you guys saw the last time, actually holds the Money in the Bank briefcase that gives him a shot at the world title anytime he wants. Anytime. So... So I have a feeling you're going to see that coming up real soon. Nice. MiMi with that mohawk is crazy. And it's hard to tell, but inside the feathers is actually another TSW symbol. It's hard to see it, though, the way it's broke up in the feathers. But pretty cool. Pretty cool outfit. There it is. The title actually that started it all, that made me rethink how I even do titles.
Introducing the challenger from the other side of darkness. She is the Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, Miss Frost.
Miss Frost,
Introducing
she's scary looking too.
From Little Rock, Arkansas, she is the Women's Cruiserweight Champion, the real deal, Mean.
MiMi and her cruiserweight title on the line tonight, and our final first round of the Queen of the Ring competition. The winner will advance on, and their pay-per-view is in 2 weeks. Not this Sunday. This Sunday is going to be the King of the Ring. Next Sunday will be the women's Queen of the Ring to determine who the King and the Queen of the Ring are. Huge advantages there. Not going to want to miss that. MiMi getting started real quick. And really what we got to figure out. Appreciate that, Dragunov. Are the managers going to somehow be involved? Don't know. They could play a role. They could cost somebody a title. They could cost somebody their spot in the King of the Ring. Quick one count. But she gets on it. Jumps up for the missile drop kick. Misses. Miss Frost on there. Hammer punches. Rolls off, and now looks like she's going up to the top rope. Trying to call her shot. Is MiMi going to see it coming? She doesn't. Rolls up the leg. One. Oh, only can get a one count. Two, way too early. But it's a start. The road to perdition starts with one paper cut. Might take 1,000 more, but it starts with the first one. So kind of has that rear naked chin hold on her. MiMi gets out of it, takes out the leg. And now look at that. Says, hey, I just want to make sure everybody's on the up and up. Make sure you're all stretched out for what's about to happen. Miss Frost misses with the boot. MiMi trying to get up. Miss Frost finally notices and says, whoa, let me get. That is true. What happens in the ring stays in the ring. And there is a fight that will be coming up. That will have Dragunov. Yeah, next week. Well, the next episode. Because Dragunov's already advanced in the King of the Ring. And in the next one, on Wednesday Night Wrestling, which has got to happen tomorrow sometime, so that we can have our pay-per-view event. Dragunov and GC Rock will be in that same ring. Here comes the baby Rockopotamus. So, MiMi's the only other one that does it. G does the Rockopotamus. MiMi's the only other one I've ever seen have a move that's very, very similar that we call the baby Rockopotamus. And there it is, the Mia Moore. 1, 2. And the Mia Moore comes with a nonchalant type of pin, which is what I like. But Miss Frost kicks out of it, and MiMi gets back to work immediately. Miss Frost, so far, can't even get off the ground. Now, MiMi has stretched out her arm, so now she's just going to stretch her leg out. But here you go, little hamstring stretch for you. Hope you enjoy it. And here's a big right arm that takes Miss Frost right on out of that ring. Now, while the title cannot switch hands, if a competitor gets counted out, they are disqualified from the King of the Ring tournament also. The winner will advance on. If it was MiMi who got counted out, she wouldn't lose her title. Oh, big right leg on the side there. Kind of a different move. We don't see a whole lot. Miss Frost going up to the top. Jumps, big elbow. This is the pull-up, but sets up for it. And, whoa, misses with it. That was almost the freezer burn. Instead, a big DDT. Is she going to go for the pin? No, she is going to try to get the crowd involved in what's going on there. Tries to wrap her up. MiMi kicks out of that and then gets put into this weird submission maneuver. But she gets out. But right now, Miss Frost definitely in control of the action that's going on right now. And whoa, that is a much quicker count than I thought would be happening at this time. Miss Frost rolls her up again. 2. And that is getting closer and closer. I thought Phoenix might have got involved in that one. And oh my gosh, that is 3 different maneuvers that we have witnessed now off the top rope. She drops that leg. I would have rolled her up, but she did not. MiMi trying to get back to her feet. And Caesar catches her, flips her back down, lets the crowd know she's okay, and gets to laying the boots. I thought she might have went for a pin. Hits her with one. Hits her with another and another. Oh, there it is. Roll through. Oh, and Miss Frost recovered much faster than even I might have. And back in control of this match. It looked like MiMi had the momentum there. And Miss Frost put a quick end to it. Now it's just kind of a back and forth effort that's going on. Whoa! Hooks the leg, rolls her up. 1, 2. And got MiMi off balance. Almost rolled her up for the pin. And now MiMi's setting up for it. Can she hit it for a second time? It is the Mia Moore and the pin. 1, 2. And I was like, she's not even moving. I wasn't even sure if she was breathing after the Mia Moore. Kicks out just the last second. MiMi, though, has got to stay the course. Oh, there it is. Weird roll-up submission maneuver. MiMi quick to get out of it. Think her foot might have been up in the ropes a little bit. Miss Frost goes for her pin. MiMi quickly kicks out. And that might do it. That is a long way, but a big elbow rolls her up. 1, 2, 3. Ow! Whoa! 1, 2. And Miss Frost almost robs the Cruiserweight title. What a great heads-up maneuver. MiMi went down to pick her up, and she grabbed her, sat through, and almost got the pin right there. And there it is. That is the freezer burn. Is MiMi going to be able to kick out of this? 1, 2, and she does. We said, can she do it? And she does. Miss Frost can't even believe it. She's like, look, I've hit like 85 moves off the top rope. I hit the freezer burn. what do we got to do? But MiMi, one tough cookie. It is going to take a lot, and that is a missile drop kick off the top rope. Why she is not going for the cover, I have no idea. Miss Frost can't even decide exactly where she wants MiMi at, in the ring or out of the ring. Forearm goes for the pin, 1, 2. I didn't think that was going to work, but you never know. This match has gone on for quite some time. MiMi takes her. Baby Rockopotamus. Is she going to roll her up? No, she is not. No, she isn't. She's going to stretch her arms out some more. Feel the burn. Get that stretch in. Nice, nice. Let's get a 10 count on that, and then we'll let you up. There we go. 10, 9, 10. Maybe not. Maybe it's like, fine, if you're not going to tap, I gave you the 20 count. And this could be it. It looks like the Mia Moore. And 1, 2. Wow. Both of these ladies have got to be beside themselves right now. They have both hit multiple finishing moves. Neither one of them could get an advantage. You would almost believe right now you're watching the Queen of the Ring finale. That's the kind of show these two are putting on. Knife edge chop knocks her back into the corner. MiMi gets it, cross body. Thought she might have went for the pin, and now you can see this match is starting to take its toll on both of these competitors. Here we go, baby, rock bottom. And it looks like maybe going for the pin. 1, 2. Miss Nightmare is like, I cannot believe that she's got such a great seat to this match. Here we go, one more time. MiMi sets up for the Mia Moore. Up and down she goes. Referee, 1, 2, 3. And after 4 or 5 Mia Moores, the match is finally over. MiMi will be advancing on to the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. What a crazy match that is. So many things going on.
Still, Women's Cruiserweight Champion, the real deal,
MiMi holds on to the Women's Cruiserweight title and advances into the next round of the Queen of the Ring. Whew, what a match. I think I drank more water that match to keep my voice going than I have ever any other match in the history of mankind.